How many times have you had to make an effort to get out of bed in the morning? How many times have you woken up and just thought, what's the point? I want to go back to sleep. Don't want to live the day. How many times have you felt a feeling of utter emptiness? Didn't know what to do about it. Maybe your creative juices aren't working. Or if you're generally a writer perhaps, or someone that enjoys the music, someone that enjoyed life, and then one day you wake up and it's all gone. There is no enthusiasm. There's no wanting for anything, really. And even your family, they don't seem like they care. Or either that, you don't want them to know. You don't want to know how you're feeling. You don't want to tell anybody how you're feeling. You don't want to tell your friends. You don't want to tell your family, because there's this underlying feeling that all they're going to do is tell you to pull yourself together. Or, there's nothing that you need to be depressed about or worried about. What are you worried about? You've got a good life. Why are you worried? And they'll tell you things like, don't be so childish, or, you're doing this for attention. Things like that. And we're all afraid of that happening because we don't want to be seen in that light. Nobody wants to be seen in this light where there's something wrong with you. You want to be seen in the light where you're doing good and well in life. And if you don't feel like that, that's not going to be good for you. I mean, let me relate a little experience that I had, right, many, many years ago. That sent me into depression. And many of you would have had a similar thing happen. Well, I didn't just wake up and it happened, but I was in a destructive relationship with someone, which happens to us, male, female. Sometimes we do have destructive relationships, okay? And this one was so bad. Couldn't say boo to a goose, basically. I had a pregnancy confirmed, and I was so happy, because I really wanted this baby. I really wanted it. And I went and I told my partner at the time, and I said, there's a reason I can't drink. There is a reason I don't want to do anything strenuous. And I says, I'm pregnant. And that night, I received the worst barrage of hell from that man for hours and hours. It was unbearable. He didn't want the baby, obviously, but he wanted me to have an abortion, and I didn't want to have an abortion. And he went on and on and on about it all night. And when I finally agreed, he blamed me for wanting to kill my baby. So you can see how that would send me into depression, and it did. A really bad depression for a long time. Yeah. But that man, he left, and I had a miscarriage. But there was no need for what he did. You may think that, things like this happen to people. But why should they? Why should they happen to you? Why should they happen to any of us? Why can't we just treat each other better? So that was a really tough time for me. Very, very tough. Very challenging, I will say. And I thought nothing was going to get me out of that. I thought nothing would. And for a long time, I was in that depression. Then one day, something changed. Somebody inspirational probably didn't know how inspirational she was, came to me and said, do I want to get involved in pottery, creative works? And some little spark was still there. Some little spark was still inside of me. And I knew then I could do it. I knew I could leave this depression behind and move on. So I did. I went for a pottery course in Keighley College, which I really, really enjoyed. It was amazing. And I learned how to get involved with art and design. That was my thing. And it was amazing. So that got me. So what you need to think about is, what makes you feel good? What is it that's always made you feel good? From being a child, what's made you smile? Was it approval? Was it your parents being happy with you? Was it you feeling good and feeling happy that you could do something that could contribute to the world? What was it? Was there one moment where you thought to yourself, this is what I should be doing? So I got involved in that. And art design. And then I got involved with spirituality. Right? And these three things, practical work, art and design, spirituality, right? But not following some doctrine, you know, just being shown what we're capable of in our lives, showing how to make it work for me, you know. And you know, there was other things that happened to me. I was doing so well, very well. And then I got struck down by a horrible, debilitating disease, endometriosis. And I was finished, or at least I thought it was. But no. For years and years, I was very poorly, very ill. But I still had that little spark. That little spark that said, I can do it. I can get through. So, it's not all about taking a pill, people. It's about belief. It's about how you believe, how you feel about yourself, and what you can do to change your life. The man who put me into that depression in the beginning is now dead. He's gone. And with that, the memory of what he did, it's gone too. But it's still here in some ways. So I do occasionally suffer from the anxiety and the depression, but there are ways now to handle it. I'm just going to show you a couple of ways to handle it. Now, first is meditation. You must just relax and think about nothing at all. You clear your mind, completely clear your mind. Okay. You breathe deeply. Even the very act of breathing deeply helps so much. Make sure you're comfortable. Now I'm going to show you a little technique that helps anxiety and worry. Because honestly, we all will have gone through our own pain. All have gone through something that is devastating. You'd be lucky if you don't, to be honest. So here's a little technique to help you and me and everybody else. It's called tapping. Tap your forehead. There you go. Tap your forehead. Already you'll start to feel any anxiety and worry disappearing. Tap top your lip here. Already very calming, right? That's it. And then tap your chin. How's that feeling? Better? Yeah. Works really well just there. Mindful. Tap your chest. That's nice, isn't it? Tap under your arm. By the time you've done all this tapping, your anxiety level should have decreased significantly, giving you time to think about how you can now move on with things in your life, how you can put the pain behind you and say, it's not going to happen again. Well, it might. Life might throw things at you, but whilst you have the tools to get rid of all this pain, it's not going to get you again, not the way it used to. Alright? In my case, the man is now dead, the illness is gone, and it's time to move on from it. Now I go to the gym every day. I've lost a lot of weight, and I really just want to put my skills to use that I've learned. Inner peace, serenity, and happiness. Ultimately, right, even though I still have memories of pain, pain is no more. You can be the same. You don't have to let your pain ruin your life. You don't have to let your bad experiences get in the way of a beautiful life. Yes, it was unfair, but you're changing it. We're all going to change this. Okay? So I'm going to try and help psychically, holistically, spiritually, here and there. You know, just reminding you that you're not the only one that's been through it. We're all in this together, all of us, okay? We've all got something in our past, in our mind, in our heart, that's going to cause us to worry. It's going to cause us to feel bad from time to time. And it's going to happen. You know what? It's going to happen. You've just got to understand that it doesn't just happen once and go away. It's always with you. It's always there, shadow, in the dark, always with you. And it could come back at any time, where there's crises in your life, where there's things that have gone wrong, you know, where there's people in your life that maybe pass away, you know, will bring back all the pain and suffering that you went through. Yeah, things will happen. Oh, yes. But you know what? Right, you must be aware of it, right, and keep it down, keep it calm, keep it inside, but talk to those who are going to understand you. Families do have this way of, you know, coming across and saying, oh, you're doing it for attention and things like that. Yes, they do. But this is why you respond in a different way. So rather than hide yourself away from people, rather than You know, do things that look like you're getting attention or you want attention. What you do is perfectly simple, right? Take some time to yourself, right? Just take some time out of it, take your time away. Explain to people, explain that you need this time to yourself, that things are getting on top of you, all right? And you just need your time. Either they'll understand or they won't, but do it for you, do it for yourself, and don't worry about what they think, okay? That's another thing you find when you've got anxiety and depression. You do worry about what other people think too much. Excuse me. You do worry about that. You worry that you're coming across the right way. You worry that you're doing it right or wrong. You don't know if you're doing it right or wrong, but that's the point. When you work on your inner confidence, it doesn't matter whether you do it right or wrong. Just be you. Just be who you really are. Because, believe it or not, people want to see that. They want to see the beauty that is inside you, okay? But remember the tapping technique, okay? Whenever you feel really bad, okay? Whenever it gets to you, tap your forehead, like so. Tap the top lip. Very good. Yeah. And tap your chin. See, it feels better already, doesn't it? It feels amazing. Okay, tap chest. Tap underarm. And that's calm. Another thing you can do to help you with your any anxiety or depression that you have, fill your mind with Om. Relax. Relax every bone in your body. Bow your head. Breathe deeply. Om. I recommend Om for 7, okay? The good news is I am more or less healed from the past trauma that I experienced, more or less. And you know something? You may have lived from things all your whole life. You may have lived with things that you just don't want to tell anybody else. And that's okay. But remember, you know, you're strong. You can get through anything. Remember the tapping technique. Remember the meditation. There we are. So, I hope that's made some sense, people. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.